And then I just became Blueberry Shortcake when I was a kid. And then as I went into my teen years, I adapted a different nickname, but that's totally not, like, appropriate for conversations.
I don't know, I don't
it's
really
not appropriate
have...
for the internet, I'm sorry.
I really don't have a lot of nicknames.
It's a story that's not one of those things you want to end up on the internet for.
Well, here, I'll put a little bit of my personal out there. Okay. For the longest time, and this is going to probably blow family members away if some of my family decides to watch this video, whatever. For the longest time, my family on my dad's side has called me Little Dougie.
Oh.
Reason why I was called Little Dougie was because I had an Uncle Doug. And for whatever reason, for the longest time, and I think that a lot of them still to this day believe it, and it's not true. They thought I was named after my Uncle Doug when I was born, and I wasn't.
Oh.
I was named after, and this is going to show you a little bit of my redneck side of my family. I was named after my dad's drinking buddy. His name was Doug, and they used to go to bars together all the time. They were really, really good friends.
Did I tell you
So my dad named me Doug.
Did I tell you how I was named after?
No, we're not.
Well, no. Okay, I know, but sidetrack for a second. In school, when you have to do those things like, what's the origin of your name or whatever?
Yeah.
My mom named me after a roommate that she had in college. She said she thought the name was really pretty, and that's why my name is Julianne. If I'd have been a boy, it would have been John. Do you know what you would have been if you were a girl?
No idea.
Anyway, back to nicknames.
But
Dead Man. You were Dead Man.
I was about ready to go there. And actually, that nickname transcends 3 different meanings. Like, it does. That nickname followed me around for a very, 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 very long time. Started when I was in middle school. Because I had, like, this hardcore thing with The Undertaker when I was back in high school. My, like, WWF
Shocker.
wrestling days. But I used to have a thing with that, and then it wound up following me into high school, because when I got into wrestling in high school, I used to do this, it was a signature move that I would use in most of my wrestling matches.
Finish him. Every time you say that, all I can think of is the Mortal Kombat. Finish him!
It was called the Dead Man's Throw, and it's a particular tuck and roll move. I'm not going to go into that because you guys don't care. But then... But then after that whole thing, it followed me all the way through to my adulthood, because then I got to be known as the guy who just doesn't stop. Like,
Dead Man's
Well,
and then that
everybody,
your current.
like, I don't know.
It kind of, I guess you could say, Dead Man matured into Superman.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of parts of that part of me went away in my divorce, and I grew out of that mentality of my life and moved on to better things. So
I told you that one page of mine is Wonder Woman Wifey.
Yeah. But that nickname followed me around for many years. Actually, that nickname... If I put a time stamp on that nickname followed me probably from 6th grade all the way until 2014.
Fun random nickname fact. You know those Playmaker things that you do at BW3s?
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's like only a certain number of letters that you can use, right?
Yeah.
And then the BW3s was like totally packed one day when me and my friends were all in there. And it was one of the very last years that I ever actually wore halter tops, because, okay, you got to a certain point where halter tops and me, we just don't, you can't. Anyway, we were picking identifying factors, and everyone, when it's packed like that and everybody's on those players, they don't do it so much anymore, but they used to. You start coming up with really creative names. You can sit there on the names and be like, who do you think that is? You know what I mean? Like, you're looking around the room trying to pin it. And I was like, oh, this will be easy. I put halter. That was my nickname for a really long time after that date.
Not even going to go there.
The inappropriate one is 3D.
Can we move into the next question, please?
Yes, we can move into the next question. Let's see.
We're at 19 minutes.
I know. What was your favorite TV show while you were growing up?
Ooh.
You know what I really liked? Angry Beavers. I know it's cartoon, but I really...
Weird.
No, I really liked Angry Beavers. And Cat Dog. I watched Cat Dog a lot.
Knight Rider.
Yeah.
Knight Rider was actually one of my favorite TV shows. I was a real nerd back when I was a kid, like when I was 6, 7, 8 years old. I actually...
Wild Thornberries? Oh, Rocket Power. Does anybody remember Rocket Power? Oh my god, though. Like, you can't find Rocket Power anywhere. You can find Angry Beavers. Angry Beavers is on Netflix. Angry Beavers is on Netflix. And Hey Arnold. A lot of Nickelodeon things are on Netflix. What is your favorite TV show? What are your favorite TV shows now? That's kind of like hands down.
Last Man Standing. Just because I think me and Tim Allen in that show have a lot in common.
We really do. Well, you know, then you've got our Flash, Supergirl, and all those that we don't watch so much.
All the DC mini TVs.
We've been pretty super addicted to Catfish lately.
Yeah.
We've been, like, studying Catfish.
That's just because there's so many weirdos out there on the internet.
There are so many.
Wink, wink, because, you know, I'm not one of them.
In case any of you are, just don't.
Don't.
Just don't.
Don't.
You don't. You don't want to be one of those people who gets a camera crew on your front lawn because
don't send me friend requests because I won't accept it anyway.
We'll reverse image search you and hunt you down.
Reverse image search you out of here.
What are your favorite movies? Oh, come on. That's a stupid question for you.
Absolute favorite movie of all time, Man of Steel.
And that specific one. We're not just talking Superman, we're talking Man of Steel.
I love all the Superman movies because I'm addicted. But Man of Steel is my favorite Superman movie.
The other night I DVR'd Hocus Pocus.
Oh, Lord.
My absolute favorite movie. Oh, by the way, I actually, back in the day, when talk about VHSs, I owned Alex Mack. You remember when some of those VHSs were done in, like, colors?
Yeah.
Alex Max was, like, green. I owned the Rugrats movie that was orange. It got stuck in my TV, though. One of the TVs that had the VHS built into it. Yeah, that's how I lost that VHS. It got stuck in there. So, tell me one thing that would surprise me about you. See, I told you some of these were good. Tell me one thing that would surprise me about you.
That would surprise you about me? Every now and again, I pep talk myself in the mirror.
There was genuine surprise there. That was kind of...
I don't know. I have a...
I pep myself...
Every now and again, I have a morning routine sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really adorable.
I'll go into the bathroom and, I don't know... I kind of just talk myself into having a good day sometimes.
I used to do that every day when I
just because there are a lot of there's a lot of stupid people out there, and there's a lot of stress, and there's a lot of crap. Aww. So don't quit. Cute. But yeah, I give myself pep talks every now and again in the mirror. I don't do anything psycho like kiss my biceps or anything, but.
Something that would surprise you about me.
Good luck.
It's difficult because you pay too much attention.
Yeah, I know. A lot.
Something that would surprise you about me. Oh man, that's hard. Well, it's because I'm so honest. It's because I'm so honest and I'm so open. Like, it's...
Okay, but just move on to the next question.
Yeah, there really isn't... There really...
By the way...
I'll try to think about it. If I think about it and it comes on... Inferno.
Apothic Inferno?
Apothic in general. Okay, the Apothic wines in general.
I never got into the wine scene until me and her really started getting serious. But she introduced me to wine, and it's not something I'm huge into until...
I didn't drink wine before you. I didn't really drink wine at all before... Yeah.
I'm just going to go ahead and...
Yeah, do that. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Might as well finish the bottle off. I mean, geez.
What do you look for most in a girl?
What do I look for most in a girl? Boobs! No.
Should we just... That's classy.
No,
That's super classy.
No, it was a joke. It was a joke. People out there know it's a joke. If I had to put a specific thing that I look for in a girl, I look for a good sense of humor, because somebody that is too serious is not for me. Just isn't. I don't like people. It goes back to like that answer I had earlier to one of those other questions about what makes me laugh or whatever. I don't like taking things super, super serious, because when you take things super serious, you stress yourself out way too much on things. And those kind of things bother me about people. So I guess like if I was to pinpoint something that I specifically looked for in a girl, that's what it would be. I look for a good sense of humor, because I need somebody that's going to be able to laugh with me when it's really not funny.
What do I look for most in a girl? Lack of drama. No, but that's a legitimate thing coming from... No, it doesn't say... It doesn't say romantically interested. It just says in a girl. So, I mean, technically, if I were to say...
She's not... A girl that could, I'm just saying.
No, I'm saying friend-wise. Like, what...
Good luck on that.
Lack of drama. Yeah, I don't have friends.
You women are full of it.
I don't do friends. I have very few friends, and those very few friends I've had for a very long time, and they were before I gave up friends. Tell me what you were like as a kid.
I was a dork. I was a giant dork.
I outweigh you in the dork
category. I was the kid that was in the backyard making up, playing make-believe, and
I was a teacher's pet.
Using sticks as guns. And
I was a teacher's pet, talking my way out of getting F's.
You actually interrupted one of my nerdy moments, actually, just a few minutes ago.
What do you mean?
So, Knight Rider.
No.
I was such a dork when I was like 7 or 8. You know how, at least people who know Knight Rider, which I'm assuming if you're watching my videos you do because you're probably around my age. Knight Rider was a show about a car that talked, and it had all these really cool controls on it, and it could do boost and all kinds of stuff. This is before NOS was like a normal thing.
Before CGI. We're talking before CGI.
Yeah, this is before CGI. This is like when cars had to actually do what they could do in a video.
Like back in the what's the slug bug car name? That's really stupid for me to say out loud. I'm sure the whole internet.
But anyway,
it's like that. It's like that.
I was so into Knight Rider when I was like 7 or 8.
Bug.
I drew little controls on paper, and then I cut them out, and then I used clear tape, and I taped them to my bike.
Oh, that's so adorable.
That I was a giant dork when I was a kid. Like I'm
pretty much the same now as I was when I was a kid.
I had way too much of an active imagination. It was really ridiculous.
I do the same things now that I did when I was a kid. That's where Sage gets it. The constantly needing to
God help
cut
me.
Things apart. I was a teacher's pet would be the best way for me to describe it. Other than that, I was bullied a lot. So I mean, 5th and 6th grade, I hung out in my 1st grade teacher's classroom and watched her classroom while she graded papers. I didn't go out to recess or any of that stuff. I found ways to avoid all that. Even in high school, I found ways to avoid the cafeteria. I would eat my lunch in my English teacher's room and study, or I'd go to the computer lab. I avoided those awkward scenarios all the time because people suck.
I know.
People suck.
I got bullied until I started bullying back. Which created
bullying back was never.
Which created a lot of trouble in my life, but we're not going to get into that.
What are some of the items on your bucket list?
Definitely skydiving. I want to skydive hardcore. Hardcore, still want to skydive.
Yeah, skydiving is on both of ours, actually. See, I don't want to go spelunking. I do not want